This is the Rants of a Madman, brought to you in part by Madmanios, the cereal for mad men, and also brought to you by the Hairy Man Hotel, the hotel for hairy men, and hairy women if you look manly enough. So, there I was one day, just enjoying my time off work, and then it happened. The thing from the heavens fell down from the sky and landed right in front of me. And I figured that it was from outer space or somewhere like that. And while I figured these things out, I realized that things don't just fall from the sky unless it came from an airplane or something, or some sort of bird. But it would have to be a pretty big bird, like the one on Sesame Street. Yes, that kind of big bird. Regardless of however it got there, it was there. So I picked it up, and it felt cold, so I put it in my pocket, and I went home with it. And after that, I put it in the bathtub because it was too big to put anywhere else, despite the fact that it was small enough to fit in my pocket. But that's not important right now. What's important is the story. So, I took the thing in the bathtub, and I filled the bathtub with very scalding hot water, just to make it so that there would not be any frost or ice on it. And so it melted, and inside the frozen case thing that it was, I found a donut. A donut that fell from the sky from some sort of airplane or big bird like the one on Sesame Street, but that's not important right now. So with this donut, I took it to my friend Larry's house, and Larry said, "My God, man, you found a donut falling from the sky. There must be something very wrong with you." And I said, "There's nothing wrong with me, Larry. There's something wrong with you for not believing that donuts can fall from the sky." And then Larry looked at me with a look on his face of pure, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you, but there's something there. And I took this as my cue to leave the house, so I left with the donut. Anyways, the moral of the story is, never take your frozen space donuts to your friend Larry, because he'll just laugh at you and call you a phony. Another such time, I had to react on my own impulses, because I was just minding my own business, walking down the street one day, when I heard people shouting and screaming and all that good stuff. And so, as any normal red-blooded human being with the curiosity, I went to go investigate where this yelling and screaming was coming from, and I saw that there was a building on fire. And not only was it on fire, but it was also being ransacked by militant guerrillas, and also it was being struck by lightning and had acid raining on top of it, and there was, all that other good stuff, like dogs and other things. So, anyways, that's not important. I went inside this hell house, and I had to save a lot of people from certain death. So I ran around to the, thing. When the militant guerrillas showed up, they tried to put zap straps on my wrists and drag me around like their bitch. But I would not fall for that shit. No, I acted on my impulse, and I stabbed them in the eye with my pen, which I had hidden carefully and conveniently in my pocket. So, the moral of this story is, don't face up against militant guerrillas unless you have a conveniently hidden pen in your pocket to which you may stab them in the eye with. And also, never act on impulse, because sometimes it just gets you in trouble. Yeah. So, I was simply sitting there reading my newspaper and such, and I came across the stock market and all that other marketing things, which everybody seems to enjoy reading, but I have no idea why. So, anyways, that's not important to the story. I was reading the newspaper, and inside I realized that this world was going down into some sort of economic depression of sorts, because things aren't being bought, because people don't want to spend their hard-earned money on consumer products when they should, because that's the right thing to do. People must buy things. It's human nature. Anyways, that's not important to the story. So as I was reading, and I realized that this world was going through a huge look at that, I'm so pissed off I can't even speak straight. Anyways, thank you. Economic depression. And now I forget what I was going to say. Great. Anyways, economic depression, reading newspaper. Go buy things. It's the right thing to do. Because if you're not spending your money, then that means there's less money in the government's pocket, and therefore there's more money in your pocket, which is kind of smart when you think about it. But if there's more money in your pocket, then that means the government is going to send people after you, and they're going to kill you, and they're going to steal your money, because they're greedy bastards like that, and there's nothing you can do about it. No. Regardless. There are too many taxes. Anyways, that's the moral of the story. Don't spend your hard-earned... do spend your hard-earned money on modern luxuries that the man so kindly built for you. Just buy in bulk. Go to Costco or something and, purchase everything inside it twice.